should take it slow.
Nelson Mandela was born in small village Transkei, which is in South Africa, on July 18 in the year 1918. He was the son of the local tribe leader of the tribe Tembu. As a youngster, Nelson took part in activities and initiation ceremonies of his local tribe. However, unlike his father, Nelson Mandela gained a full education, studying at the University of College of Fort Hare. Nelson was a good student and qualified with a law degree in 1942. During his university time, Nelson Mandela became increasingly aware of racial inequality and injustice faced by the non-white people. In 1943, he decided to join ANC, African National Congress, and actively take part in struggles led by them. As one of the few qualified lawyers, Nelson Mandela was in great demand, and also his commitment saw him promoted through the ranks of ANC. In 1956, Nelson Mandela, along with several members of ANC, were arrested after a lengthy of court cases and finally got released in 1961. However, with the ban of ANC, Nelson Mandela led to guerrilla resistance movement. In 1963, Mandela was again arrested and he was under trial. But this time, the Mandela succeeded in overthrowing the government. However, this case received an international attention. At the end of his trial, Nelson Mandela made a long speech in which he was able to explain ideas of democracy. Some of the sentences in that speech made by Nelson Mandela is, "We believe that South Africa belongs to all people who lived in it, not to one group, let it be black or white. We did not want any interracial war and tried to avoid it at the last minute." Nelson Mandela was prisoned from 1964 to 1981 at the Robinson prison of Cape Town. In prison, Mandela was with many political prisoners and there was a strong bond of friendship. Also in prison, Mandela was highly disciplined and he would try to study and take part in exercise every day. He used to say that time in prison was a great period of learning and even painful. Mandela also created friendship with some of the guards. Mandela always said that he was fighting with the system, not with the individual white people. During his prison time, Mandela became increasingly well known throughout the world. Mandela became best known for the black leader and was symbolic for struggle. Eventually, Nelson Mandela was released on February 11, 1990. The day was huge even for the South Africa and the world. His release was symbolic. However, in April 1994, South Africa had a first full-fledged and fair elections. The ANC, with 65% of the vote, were able to elect Nelson Mandela as the first president of New South Africa. After winning the elections, Mandela states that the time for healing of the wounds has come. If there are dreams about beautiful South Africa, there are also roads to lead their goals. Two of these roads are godness and forgiveness. The forgiveness and tolerance attitude gained the respect to the South Africa. In 1995, the Rugby World Cup was held in South Africa. Nelson Mandela was instrumental in encouraging black South Africans to support the Springboks. The Springboks were previously being the symbol of white supremacy. In World Cup, Springboks reached final. After epic final, Mandela, wearing Springbok jersey, presented the trophy to the winning South African team captain. Nelson Mandela retired from presidency in 1999. He also campaigned to highlight the issues of HIV in South Africa. Mandela was married 3 times and father to 6 children and had 17 grandchildren. Nelson Mandela died on 5th December 2003. He was 95 years when he was died. He was awarded Nobel Prize in 1993 for his work in helping in South Africa. He is considered as father of democratic South Africa and widely admired for his ability to bring the nation together. Nelson Mandela is one of the most admired political leaders in 21st century.